We'll go. All right, we are recording. This is our Team Connect for Friday. That's the last Friday of January, the 29th. And I'm really excited about just everything that's going on with the team. And those of you that are watching the playback, thank you so much. Brittany, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time this morning and getting on this. So let me go ahead and I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to do what we normally do. So Brittany, I would love for you to share your win of the week while I get this pulled up. So what is something that feels like a good win for you this week?
It's been a week.
It has been a week at your house.
It's been a week, but I have still showed up pretty much daily with my workout still. And so I feel like that's been a win because it was a very, very busy week and a very off week. So still showing up is a win in of itself this week. And also non-scale fun win. I wore a pair of pants on Monday evening or Sunday maybe that I honestly, when I went to put them on, I was like, I don't think these are going to fit, but I'm going to try anyways. And they closed and I was able to wear them.
Oh my gosh, that is such a huge win. No, that is a huge win.
I haven't worn them in probably like 6 to 7 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So,
win. That is awesome. That is such a big deal. I'm really proud of you and excited for you. And I know that you've had a really big week with church group, with family. So thank you for pouring into yourself the way that you have this week, because you're in progress. And I'm reading the book, The Slight Edge, and it's all about those little consistent activities that like nobody's going to cheer you on when you're doing your workout. Nobody's going to cheer you on for not eating that extra little helping of dessert, or eating the broccoli instead of something else that would be a little bit more savory maybe. But it's really those little things that are going to make the biggest difference in your life, whether you're, getting to a path where you're overweight and unhappy, or getting to a path where you're healthier and able to pour back into our families with more energy. So I think that that's just a really big deal. So proud of you. And I'll share my win. So I think my win for this week, it's been a really rough week. I was telling Brittany this, I've had a lot of hormones, but Neil sent me this message today, and I shared this on the last Power Hour because I was like, this is honestly just like the biggest win is the fact that I just have Neil in my life. And so he just said, just try to get in the best mindset you can. Remember, the work you do helping others may be the biggest gift that they get today. And so I just thought, like, that's a big deal. I mean, it really is. And it's like, but it doesn't feel like a big deal. Like, oh, that's too much pressure. Like, it's just like, oh, that's such a true thing. Like, what a blessing if I could talk to 2 or 3 people that, just I lift them up in prayer today, or I make them think about like joining in with the community to help them with their own mindset. Like, that is a big gift. And so I would just share that that's my win. So we've got our stats for January Success Club and volume. We are towards the end of the month. The Power Hour I was just on was so good. So it was all about hitting Success Club at the end of the month. And I was like, oh my gosh, we all should have been on this one. And I go between being a Success Club pusher and not a Success Club pusher, because it's just like, I never want anybody to be stressed about their job, but I also want people to understand that like hitting it at the end of the month was what I always used to do. And it's really not that hard. And especially the way that Joy broke it down. So I will share a little image in a minute. And actually I'll put the image inside the team page as well, of just some ideas to hit Success Club at the end of the month, because I thought it was really helpful. So this is where we're at right now. So Brittany has 1 new coach. Stephanie has 2 new coaches. And then I've helped 4 new coaches join our team.
The orange one was again her thumb like me.
She sucks her thumb like you?
Yeah.
She's so proud. Oh boy, now Alicia's gonna keep sucking her thumb. She's almost 4. Oh, it's okay. And then we have Natalie, who hit Success Club this month. So Natalie is going to be in the running for the Success Club. Why am I blanking on what it is? The Success Starter program, which I'm going to share a little bit about in a minute. Stephanie is really close to it. So if Stephanie helps 1 more person, she will also be able to start earning towards that Success Club promotion. And then Brittany, you have 2 points. And I know that Brittany and I have talked about, if she wants to, she could check her income and see if she's able to help her husband sign up as a coach and 1 other friend sign up as a coach, which will put you at Success Club, which will put you into earning that, the spot towards the Success Club Success Starter program. And so it's just really one of those, like, it's just up to each of us individually, like, what do we want? So same with Cody and Cassandra and Becky and Morgan and Haley. All of each of us, if you help 2 more people, you hit Success Club, and some of you are at the spot where you could earn the Success Starter program. This is our weekly volume. It was a little lower this week. I'll just be honest. Like normally we have like a ton of names on here. So this just shows like who was helping somebody with anything this week, whether it was Beach Bars or Energize or Recover. And I'll be honest, I almost did a 3-day refresh like for the group and was like going to have everybody get a 3-day refresh. And then I thought, I can't. Like it was like in my gut, in my heart of hearts, I personally am at a spot where I like couldn't promote the 3-day refresh. Again, this goes back to like where my hormones are and how like I know I did the ultimate reset and I lost all this weight and I haven't had a period since then. And so like I can't lose any more weight. So I can't physically do a 3-day refresh. I just can't. And so like for me to promote one, because that was something that can boost our volume is promoting a 3-day refresh. I was like, oh my gosh, but what I could have and should have done is talked about how I have been replacing wine and whiskey with bevy every evening. So just something like that is just something to think about when you are looking at your volume. What could I do that's not a challenge pack that I am excited for? So me personally, I'm actually excited to help some more people try bevy because it really does help me so that I'm not drinking a cocktail every night. Like it really does help me. And so just kind of thinking about that for yourself so that it's not always what challenge pack could I help somebody with? Well, what do you need help with? What if you've been using Energize and you love it, have you told some of your friends that maybe you're going to the gym all about the Energize and how it's helping you actually wake up and do your workout? Or maybe there's somebody that's trying the Beachbody On Demand, but they're struggling. Well, Energize is like one of the easiest ways to help somebody like actually do their workout because it kicks in and you're like, oh, I'm game on. So I know Brittany, you definitely like understand because we both love that Energize. Yeah. So announcements, again, it's the last few days to qualify for Success Club in January. I will share an image in the team page about some last minute things that you can do if you want to qualify. Again, that is totally up to you. The one person I did talk to Stephanie about this, I definitely want her to qualify because she can get the leads next month because she's a brand new Emerald coach. And so I just also like, that's why next month our goal with Team Cup is to get as many of you that like actually want to have some skin in the game with this business to Emerald and to Success Club so that you can start getting those leads because it really adds up. And then also getting to earn off of the volume that the whole team is producing. And then the other thing I want to cover today, so like I said, I'll put an image for how to qualify for Success Club the last few days of the month. I'll put something in the team page about that. Because like we could go into like a whole separate like call on just that. But the team calls, I realized that there's a lot of team calls, and I gained some clarity from Melanie and Katie, who are my business mentors, on which ones should each of us be plugged into. And so I will go over that in a minute as well as we scroll down. I'm going to cover that Success Starter program one more time. So in your first 6 months as a coach, if you help at least 3 people, then you hit with a challenge pack, then you hit Success Club. Or like Natalie did this month, she helped 2 people with a challenge pack and 1 person with, I believe it was Shakeology on Home Direct. And so that got her 5 points. So you just need 5 to 6 points and you will then start qualifying that month. And then you just need 2 other months of hitting Success Club and you earn a ticket to Summit, which I'm still over here like, yeah, okay, that's hilarious if they actually think we're going to be in St. Louis in July. Like I'm going if we're there, but like, I'm also kind of like, oh, that's so funny. But I will still do Summit just so that you guys know, like last time that we had Summit like this, Neil and I rented a little house. We had my dad and his wife stay here with the kids and we did Summit from there. And we just kind of did it with each other. That's something that I've thought about doing with the team in Tennessee, maybe, because I feel like that's kind of a middle ground for a lot of us. And going to my dad's house on the lake. And so it's just one of those, like, if that's something that people are comfortable with, we might do that if Summit is virtual. Because I think that meeting together would still be really important and really fun. The other thing too, though, that you get is you are invited to a Beachbody Fitness Program test group when you hit Success Club 3 times out of your first 6 months as a coach. And that is really cool. I mean, think about if you were in the test group for Shanti's new dance program. And while like maybe dancing isn't your thing, Shanti is so good at like mindset and personal development that you're going to gain from it no matter what. Or it's, Autumn, like what if you had been in the 9-week Control Freak test group? Like, how would that have made you feel? Like, that's pretty cool. So that's something that you can earn. We don't know which test group you would be in yet, but you get an invite to one. here's our team calendar. And I know I mentioned I was going to talk about team calls. So all of these like little phone signals are when we have calls, and I feel really bad. I know, like, I was just thinking about it. Brittany Sterling and Nicole Harmon had both asked me to message them before this call to remind them that we have this call. And I'm like, I don't always like remember to private message people. So if that's something that you want, one thing I could do is I could get back onto this text message system. So it wouldn't be like my phone number. It'd be like where I just honestly pre-schedule it out, and like you get like an automated text message reminding you that we have a team call. If that's something, if you're watching this playback and that's something that you're like, please do that, tell me, because it's something I don't mind looking into. It's just my brain doesn't always go like, oh, got to text everybody. Like that's just not one of my strong suits. To just remember that. So we do have calls, but which calls are the most important? So Tuesday nights and Friday mornings, there's 2 different calls. So Tuesday night is with our larger upline team. This Friday morning is our smaller team. I would say that this is the most important call to be on, because it's where you're going to meet your team and it's where you're going to get to know them. Now, I know that some teams, I know like Casey and Jessica and Tanya and Brittany, and they are doing their Team Cup team, and they're all meeting on Monday nights. And so they're meeting Monday night for a call. So it's just one of those, like, that's what they're doing for February. So if they want to, and they can, hop on Friday call, but I also know people work during the day. So it doesn't always work out to be on this call. This is just what worked out with more people when we had kind of kicked this off in the beginning. Tuesday night is with our upline team. There's 2 calls. So the first call is at 8 p.m. Eastern, and the second is at 9 p.m. Eastern. So at 8 p.m., there's 2 different things. This person, these ones that represent the 3 people, that's a sneak peek. So that's one that you actually just invite people to hop on if they want to learn about Beachbody. The other ones on the 9th and the 23rd are all about geared towards new coaches. So this is a new coach getting started right call, which I meant to put a little message right there. And then this is an Emerald training call. So if you're in that new coach zone, I want you to be on the one on the 9th and the one on the 23rd. Those are the 2 most important calls for you this week, minus this Friday team call. This Friday team call is really important, again, to just really connect with the team and understand what's going on. Now, those evening calls for all of us, those later evening calls, the 9 p.m. one, which is 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday nights, those are training calls. And while they are amazing, those are ones that I'm like, that's kind of like if you've gotten all of your work done and you just want extra training, then go on those. So I'm on those because I'm just at that spot in my business where I want to learn more, but I don't think that that's for everybody. So I just kind of wanted to clarify on that. I did do a little video about everything that this is. It's like it's a 9-minute video about like what this is. So I'm not going to go into it too much, but I just wanted to go over those calls. So basically the 2 important calls are this Friday one, the Friday brunch call at 9 Central, 10 Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern. And then the Tuesday calls on the 9th and the 23rd, because that's kind of where our team is at right now. So those are the most important calls, I would say, for all of us. And then, yeah, and I kind of put this here. I changed this image around a little bit of when our team calls are. So again, this Friday call would be the most important one. And then the one on February 9th at 8 p.m. and then the one on February 23rd at 8 p.m. So those are the ones, like if you're writing in your calendar, those are the ones that I would say are the most important. Now, our best practice for this month is February Team Cup goals and what power hours are you doing? So there is this Team Cup guide that I had put as a link to this call. And it's, what are my goals for Team Cup? How am I going to achieve these goals, and how will I stay accountable? So Brittany, I know we're on a Team Cup team together. I want to take like the next 5 minutes and fill this out together, and you can ask questions as you're doing this, and like we can just make this like a discussion. Is that something that, I know that you've got like kids, so is that something that you're able to do, or how is that?
Okay. They're hollering at me and like whatever, so there might be like that.
I get it. Yep. I totally I've been there. No. Yep. Nope. Mine screamed at me in the car this morning, and that was why I was hormonal back.
Yeah.
Is it how you're supposed to respond?
Well, then she can just sit there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'll share my team cup goals, and Brittany, do you want to share your team cup goal?
Still kind of working on mine, but
That's good. Yeah, I have not written anything
yeah,
down.
I haven't written anything down. I mean, I kind of like in my head have brainstormed, but
Yeah, well, let's just kind of go through that, because that way I can really help break down that, like, how
Yeah.
can you achieve your goals? That's really important. Okay.
Play-Doh all over my desk here.
All right. Okay. I have mine. So my 3 goals are Success Club 10, 3 new coaches on our team, and all 11 of us, which I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe there's 11 of us in Team Cup teams, but there is. All 11 of us in Team Cup teams using all of our $10 off coupon codes. So like really like helping some people and using those codes. So how will I achieve my goals? So Success Club 10 for me, I will achieve that by really, so the group that I'm really hosting is starting the 8th with a prep week, and then really leads into the full group the 15th. Oh, I can't come on just yet. Okay.
My baby's cleaning her leg. We got her in her crib.
Oh, I can't wait to see it, but you have to give me about 15 minutes. Okay, maybe 10. And so I'm going to achieve Success Club 10 by really promoting that first full week of February is going to be me talking about the group in my stories, me sharing some of those images that I shared in the team page. For me on Facebook, what works really well is by doing side-by-side photos, anywhere between 2 to 5 side-by-side photos in my stories of people with success with very simple words like, this is a journey. It's not a quick fix. You're going to learn clean eating. You'll have easy at-home workouts. Do you want to join in with me February?
Mom, I'm the pretending I have a baby. Okay?
Oh, okay. Those type of stories work amazing for me on Facebook. On Instagram, they don't normally trigger as many people. And I think it's just to have different audience on both platforms. So you have to kind of figure out what works for you. And then from there, I invite those people that watch my stories. So that's my main way that I'm going to get to Success Club 10. And I will get so I'll hit that milestone of Success Club 10, as well as using all of my $10 off coupon codes in that same way, of just really connecting with those people and inviting off of stories. That's, again, my main way of doing it. Following up with anybody that maybe didn't order in January. And then the 3 new coaches, I had invited 50 people to last month's coach webinar, which is a big number for me. I don't normally invite that many, but it was what I was challenged to do. We have 4 new coaches on the team. So I kind of know that I am a little bit under I'm more like a 1 in 15. Every 1 to 15, every 15 people that I talk to, 1 of them will likely sign up. So I would love for that number to be a little bit better, but that's not bad, because I'm still in communication with a lot of those people and about the possibility of them joining, or about the possibility of them just doing the boot camp instead of the coach opportunity. So that's how I'm going to get my 3 new coaches. And then how I'm going to help all of us that are in Team Cup's team to use all 10 of our codes is I have a promo that I'm really thinking about doing. And I thought I had my shirt on, but I just have my sports bra on. But I have these really cute tank tops that we've made for the team. And it says, eat well, live well, be well, #BeWellTribe. And so I kind of thought, wouldn't it be cool if for every person that used all 3 of their coupon codes and then helped 3 other people, so 6 people total was kind of like the goal that I had set for everybody, 6 people total, at least 3 of those people are challenge packs because they've used all their coupon codes. The other 3 could be like somebody that just wants to try Energize, somebody that wants to try Beachbody on demand, and somebody that wants to try beach bars. So you help 6 people, you get a free t-shirt, a free tank top from me. So I think that's how I'm going to help all of us use our $10 coupon codes, is by doing a little mini promotion within the team and giving everybody like their choice of tank top. And you get to like probably even choose the color of the tank top. So those are my goals, and that's how I think I'm going to achieve them. I'll stay accountable because I just told you guys them. That's like the main way for me to stay accountable. Because if I say it out loud and I tell somebody, then that's like my biggest form of accountability. So Brittany, I would love to hear just kind of like what your goals are, and then we can help backtrack them if you're not sure how you would achieve them.
All right. So for me, I want to achieve Success Club, and my goal right now, because I do want to achieve by the end of this month Success Club, like I'm still shooting for that.
Awesome.
But then achieve it again next month. Sorry, my washer.
At least it's not a kid like hitting another child. That's what I thought it was for a second. I'm like, you're gonna go to a fight.
My washer got off balance with the blankets that are in there. And then obviously I want to use all 3 of the $10 offs that they give us. I actually have a couple extra besides that because of doing my own bod group. And so I want to use those up. And then for the third goal, I kind of was like going back and forth, but definitely like with knowing that you want to help us with 6 people, I would love to help at least 6 people start this journey, whether they're coaches, customers, you know. And achieving those for me, one of my biggest things, I've already asked one of my friends who, she's on a different Beachbody team, but like we're in Bible study group and all together. And I told her to hold me accountable. Sorry.
That's okay.
But I want to share my transformation journey. And I know exactly how I want to do that. It's just taking the time to sit and do it because it's extremely vulnerable. And it has been a 10-month journey. As far as that portion goes, but I also want to like just share my story of how I even got started into the health progress. You know, it's been almost 6 years since I started the journey of just bettering what I bring into my home. And then that's what led me to this point. So sharing that obviously would bring people into like wanting to do the same. And sharing that transformation journey and showing it because I've taken pictures all throughout my journey.
Good job.
And so I want to like kind of put together a reel, but then also do like a video and a post and kind of just put my transformation out there in different ways. And so I'm also doing, I already have one bod group going, but I actually just started a very specific 2-week challenge. It's a consistency challenge and I'm doing like prizes and things like that to hold people accountable. And so obviously that will, when people see that, I'm hoping with that 2 weeks, then they'll see, okay, I can do this for 2 weeks. I can do it for longer. I can do this. And then they'll want to, you know, join the journey and things like that. So that obviously would help with the coupon codes as well, because as I'm bringing people in, I would use those codes with them. So they all my goals kind of go hand in hand, but I have a game plan. It's just, like I have friends that I specifically say, tell me to do this. I said, if you see that I haven't done it by this point, get on to me, give me some tough love and tell me to do it. So that's kind of my accountability piece to that. I have accountability partners already. So
good. I can see your baby, Alicia. So cute. No, I think that's, again, when you have, or can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Your face was frozen, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, I could hear you just fine. So it's probably my internet. But yeah, so I think that's huge. So it sounds like you've got everything in place. The other thing that I would say for helping you achieve those goals is set aside what are the times that you are going to work your business so that you actually set aside that time to make those reels, videos, and post. And then taking that and going not just like, so set aside a time each day, whether that's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour to do that, or hop on the power hours and do it then. Although I will say like making a reel and a video and a post is not something that we typically do on the power hours. Nor it's more of that connection piece. So I would say try to get that done. Try to get a reel. For me, reels sometimes like overwhelm me, but then it's like once it's done, I'm like, that was so much easier than I thought it would be. And so just really set aside a specific time that you'll work on each of those, but then choose 3 of the power hours you're going to hop on, whether it's our early morning ones that you've been hopping on, or let's see here. I know that Brittany just got kicked off, so I'm going to just continue to pour into her as she hopefully will catch like the little bit of playback of this. And then anybody that actually, you know what, I will pause. That's what I will. Okay, so I'm gonna really quickly summarize what I was gonna tell Brittany. I know that her recording got frozen on her end. And so these are the two suggestions that I have for Brittany as she goes through wanting to help those Success Club this month and next month using all of her coupon codes, helping at least 6 people. Okay, she's back. And then sharing her transformation journey. So the suggestions that I had, okay, perfect. So this was like summarizing where we were at. The suggestions, I love you, Alicia, that I have for you are share your transformation journey. So set aside specific time this next week, especially so that you can get this done, that you want to work on your reel, your video, and your post. So I would say break it into like anywhere between 10 to 30 minute time chunks, but like really intentionally set it down and then time yourself and then like be done with it. Because if it overwhelms you and it's not fun, then it's not fun. But sit down and do that. And then the other thing is pick 3 power hours that you can hop on so that when you have made those reels, those videos, those posts, that you can then go back, hop on those power hours live and get to the part of inviting. Because those power hours focus really heavy on inviting and connecting with those people that are going to be viewing your reels, your videos. So those are my biggest suggestions for what it says in our guide, how am I going to achieve my goals? Because you have the accountability piece with your friends that you've talked to. And then
I actually have the schedule right here as well.
Perfect.
So
yeah,
I time like my day out from when I wake up to when I lie down. So.
I figured you did. I figured that our personalities were really similar on that. So Brittany and I, for anybody that does watch this playback, we time chunk our day. She's a homeschooling mom, has kids with her all day, has another business that she runs with her essential oils. And so it's like, she's busy. She also teaches Bible study. Like she pours out a lot. And so you got to get scheduled with what will work for you and your schedule. And so I think that that's awesome. But really just like go ahead and look at your calendar and see, okay, this is when I'm going to start working on these reels, and then look at that power hour planner and see which power hours you want to pop on, which you've been doing the early morning ones, but I would pick one more that's not led by me because you're going to get a lot different guidance that's going to maybe benefit you in like a totally better way or different way or just another way. But yeah,
I'm hoping to tweak the schedule this week because I had in my schedule, like I planned out like hopping on the 9 a.m. Power hour and things just went crazy this week. So my goal is to be on at least 1 or 2 of those this week, this coming week as well. So
yeah, and that's I do the same thing. I try to pop on 2 to 3 of those ones, and then the early morning ones that like we do as a group. Those are the ones that I pop into, and I always just feel so much better about like I just got it done. So and then
I got real babies for you.
Oh, okay. I'll look at your real babies in a second.
love it.
The last thing too is there's the recorded power hours. So if you realize like that 9 a.m. time is not going to work. I don't work at night very well, so I like never do the evening ones.
Me either.
Noon one is hit or miss for me. So noon for me is one for you. That one's hit or miss for me if that works for my energy levels. But like my mornings are great. So I sometimes will just follow a guided power hour. If I know that my day is just not going to allow for me to be on the 9 a.m. one, I'll follow a pre-recorded guided power hour. And that is really helpful. You can even Google like Beachbody Power Hour, or there's those ones that I sent in this morning's power hour.
Yeah, I copied those links from this morning and put them in a document so that I could.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I was like, I really need to just put this all in a document is what. No, you just want to pass me along your document when you finish tweaking it the way you want, we'll share it with the team.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be super helpful. But yeah, so that's one of those things that I just think are really helpful. I always used to follow guided power hours before they started doing these live ones because it just kept me focused.
Yeah.
So, and the guided or the recorded ones are nice when you have little ones at home because you can pause it and then you can come back to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited for you if I know you're looking at maybe hitting Success Club this month. So just remember to text me if you have any questions because Voxer and Facebook and Instagram Messenger, I have like all those notifications turned off, but I know we're like at the end of the month and so like texting or calling is the easiest way to get in touch with me. So, you have questions. All right, I will come look. All right, Brittany, I'm going to give you back the rest of your day. I'll get this
All right.
up on the team page. Thank you so much for sharing your goals with me. I'm really excited for you.
Great. Thanks for this.
Yeah, talk to you later, girl.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye.